Good day, ladies and gentlemen. So in this particular video, I'm going to teach you a strategy that you can actually use in your option trading. Okay, so basically all you just need to do when you are on this particular interface, by the way, this app I'm using is called Pocket Option. Okay, so this is the Pocket Option broker. All right, so you're gonna need two indicators, and for you to get them you need to click on this icon right here. Okay, so I'll do just that. All right, so once it opens up, next thing you're going to click on is this right here. Okay, so you click on that in order to be able to add the indicators. So the two indicators we are going to be adding are fractal. Yes, fractal. Let me search for it. Fractal. I've added fractal. I also need zigzag. I think I added the wrong thing. I need just zigzag and fractal. Oh, I have 4. I will delete the others. So fractal is already here. I don't need this Williams, so I need to delete it. Let me click on it and delete it. Okay, I only need fractal and zigzag. So right now I have just fractal and zigzag. So how are you going to edit these indicators? Just click on this icon right here, this settings icon. So I'm going to be editing zigzag first. So I'll click on the edit icon for zigzag. Right here you have deviation. Leave the deviation the way it is. Do not touch the deviation. Change the depth to 10. Right now it's 12. I'm going to change it to 10. Okay, then change the back step to 1. Change the back step to 1. All right, then you go to styles. Just by the side you click on styles, and for the styles click on this color area and change it to this. Okay, so it's better with this particular color. So this is the color I like to use. Once you're done, you click on save. Okay, so I've saved the settings for the zigzag. Now let's do the settings for the fractal. So for the fractal you don't need to change anything. We are only here to change colors. So you go to styles. Look at styles by the side right here. Okay, so you go to styles, and then for the up part you turn it to red. Turn this up part to red. Then the bottom part turn it to this color right here. Okay, then you click on save. So with that you are done with the indicator aspect. It's going to appear on your screen, but you have one more thing to do. Since we're going to be using the 1 minute the 1 minute period to trade, expiry period is going to be 1 minute, as you can see right here. Expiry period is going to be 1 minute. Okay, so this strategy works best if your expiry period, look at it here, is 1 minute. So you need to set this one to 1 minute. This is where you put the amount you want to risk, okay, which is $1 right here. This has to be 1 minute, so you need to set that to 1 minute. Okay, so since our expiry period is going to be 1 minute, we need the chart to be on 15 seconds. So how are we going to go about that? You come back and click on this icon that you clicked on earlier. Okay, so let me do that. This time around, this is where you will now click. You click on this stuff that looks like charts. So our chart has to be Ikenashi. Okay, we need Ikenashi candles, and then we need to change the time frame to 15 seconds. So let me click on that so it can bring the options out. Okay, so you can see, in case yours is not Ikenashi, you need to select Ikenashi. Okay, mine is already Ikenashi. Then the time frame by the side, you can click on this side. It's going to show you the time frames. Then you select 15 seconds. Mine is already on 15 seconds, but let me click on it so that you can see it. Time frame. Okay, so you can see 15 seconds. You have other times there. Yours is probably going to be 1 minute. You know, yours will probably be M1. So change this to 15 seconds. Okay, so once you have all of that figured out, you are good to go. So what are the rules of engagement to actually enter your trade? Okay, once you see this fractal, which is this red spot you see at the top, showing you that it is a good time to sell. You are not to sell immediately. You have to ensure that both the fractal and the zigzag, this is showing you the zigzag, okay, both the fractal and the zigzag are giving the same signal, okay. So that's when you now click on sell, and you can see a series of red candles followed suit. In the same way, when you want to buy, you want to ensure that the fractal, which is these icons you are seeing here, is aligning with the zigzag. Zigzag is telling you that this market is moving upwards, okay, and the fractal is also telling you it's a good time to buy. So you are simply aligning two indicators to act as confluence in order for you to enter a trade, okay. So you can see that in some situations the fractal is telling you to sell right here, whereas the zigzag is telling you to buy. So in such a situation, you are not to do anything. When you are to actually take action is when both the fractal and the zigzag are in accordance, okay. When both of them are in accordance and they are telling you the same thing. So right here, zigzag is telling us it's a good time to buy, and then somewhere around here, fractal is also telling us that it's a good time to buy. So if you can take a buy trade around this region, you can see that a series of bullish candles followed suit, and that's the ideology behind us dropping the time frame of the main charts to 15 seconds, since the expiry period is 1 minute, okay. Since the expiry period is 1 minute, 1 minute is going to have 4 15-second candles. All right, it's going to have 4 15-second candles, because a minute is going to be 60 seconds, right? So by the time this is telling you to buy and you buy somewhere here, there is no way in the next 4 candles you should be above your entry level, okay, which is going to do what? Give you the profits you need, okay. I usually advise people, if you want to enter a buy trade, make sure you are entering the buy trade after a bullish candle. All right, so it makes more sense when you enter after a bullish candle, and if you want to enter a sell trade, enter after a bearish candle. For example, look at this. The fractal is telling you to sell right here, but this is the tail end of a bullish candle, so don't enter yet. Then the zigzag starts moving down. Right now you have the zigzag and the fractal aligning for a downwards movement. You can then enter after a bearish candle closes. You enter your sell trade 1 2 3 4. You are going to finish 1 minute below your entry position, which is going to give you the profit for the sell trade. Now my only problem with binary options, my problem with these options trading, is the fact that the payout is low. Because if you look at this, when you risk $1, what you stand to gain is 1.85, depending on what you are trading. Sometimes it's up to 1.92, 1.90, but it's always below 100%. So what that means is that based on normal forex knowledge, you are getting a less than 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which in my opinion is not too good, okay. So it's more or less like the broker has a higher hand when it comes to the trade. So if you lose, the broker is making more, whereas if you win, you are winning a little less, okay. So it's not supposed to be like that. You are supposed to be able to make at least 1 to 2, 1 to 3, okay. So that is just how pocket option, binary options generally are, okay. So that's just the downside. And for the pro, I just talk about the cons. For the pro, it's more like you can determine how fast you want to see your results. You can decide to see your results in the next few seconds, okay. So you can enter a trade, you can set your expiry timing. It could be less than a minute, and you just see your result whether you've won or you've lost, okay. So that's just the good side of options trading. It's quite fast. Things can happen very, very fast depending on how you want to do your settings. All right, so if you got any value, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you'll be among the first to see my videos when I drop them. And thanks for watching.